Welcome everyone. Welcome to this edition of Hong Kong Interior Design and Construction Management class. Today we talk about office. Really, everyone of you working in an office, so it's a lot strange. The office design is nowadays is common to many people. Let's get started. Content, office building, office drawing layer, layout, two-dimensional layout, ceiling, wall, partition, flooring, furniture, air conditioning, electricity. Office building, you can see. Nowadays, office building is mostly a curtain wall building like this. It's a core wall. This is the core wall. This is an outside core. You see the outside core. This is the inside core. Surface core, we call it. This is a public corridor. And this is the tenants flat here. You see, you rent. You can rent the whole floor, just one unit, or you can rent several units and break the wall. Or your half floor or whole floor, you can rent. Depends on the tenant's requirement. Lift lobby. This is the lift lobby, and this is fire escape. You see, this is two exit. This is here. This is scissor stair. There's two exit. This here. You can exit from here. So this two exit. You can all the way go here for fire escape and here. And this is the cargo lift. You see this riser duct. This is the AHU room, the air conditioning room. You see this air duct, very big air duct riser, the air riser. And this is the lavatory. This is the female and the male, and this disabled toilet. In some cases, there may be smoke extraction duct to extract the smoke during fire. In most of the cases, you don't need to take care of it. Smoke extraction duct. Layers means let's say layers is drawing layers. There's we can separate up drawing layout into several layers. You see furniture layout plan, ceiling plan, electrical plan, partition plan. You see this is furniture layout plan. You got hexagon code. You got to code each table and chair. We got a code for it. So it is for the allocation of the furniture. You see, it's the legend, and the area calculation, the furniture, and then this is the ceiling plan. The ceiling plan also is the lighting plan. And maybe also a fire surface plan to see the indicator sprinkler. But mostly we show the ceiling grid, and the lighting layout. And then there's a partition plan. You show the dimension. Mostly we need to show the dimension of the partition and the type of the partition. The drywall, lightweight concrete block. That is fireproofing, etc. This is you see the partition of the furniture gone. And then the electrical pan, which show the sockets, the LAN, the Wi-Fi, the telephone port, etc. The pan layout. Now see this is a big office layout. It's around 20,000 square feet for this layout. Maybe more than 20,000. It's around 20,000 square feet. Entrance, reception logo, reception, meeting room. You see, this is entrance. But for this case, the reception counter is not right here. It's maybe on the upper floor. So you see this stair here. You go to the upper floor. So this is a multi-story office. You can see when the people comes in, you go to the meeting room here, and the conference room here. You see, and there's a pantry here, so it's right for the tea. So it's close to the meeting room, the pantry. The general office. This is we call it general office. We call this kind of sitting is a fish room sitting. In you see the arrangement. With 2 departments here. The senior staff. Maybe this is the senior staff. Now this may be the senior staff. They don't lock in a room, but maybe they are senior. They sit in a different place. Senior staff, management room. So this is the manager. They sit in a room. Secretary says secretary. This is the secretary. You see, this is the chairman in a bigger room. This is the chairman, the director maybe. So this will be the secretary. You just sit outside the director's room. This may be the senior staff. They are the independent cubicle. They sit in a independent cubicle. The filing cabinets. You see, here is the filing area. The filing cabinets. You see, also these are compactors. We'll show you the compactor. What is the compactors later? This is the compactor for the filing. This is also the compactors. This is a computer room, the server room. Photocopy and printer. Actually, photocopy and printer are everywhere, so people can access it. So this is for the copier and printer everywhere. So you don't need travel a great distance. Sometimes they say in the storeroom, in the stationery room, the server room, MCP cabinet, the electrical MCP cabinet, required cabinet, escape route for stair. This is escape route you see here. This is escape stair. You got an escape route here, and then also escape route here. This is the escape route. Fire escape route to the stair here. You see this stair, you go to the upper floor, and the upper floor people going down here from this stair. For ceiling, we see this we call it coast grid ceiling, but it's obsolete nowadays. It may be popular in the 1960s. Now we can't see this kind of for ceiling because it's not good for the maintenance of the surface about the ceiling. This is the semi-concealed grid mineral board. Semi-concealed, you see, this is the main grid. This we call it semi-concealed. It's a bit better than this concealed grid, but also it's obsolete now because it's difficult to open the ceiling to do the maintenance. Now this open grid, 2 by 4 feet, acoustic ceiling, loose fit ceiling tile, exposed to the grid mineral board. This is also 2 by 2. This is in aluminium paint ceiling. You see, gypsum board and plywood ceiling. This is gypsum board ceiling or plywood ceiling. Plywood is not fireproofing, but gypsum board is fireproofing. So nowadays it's mostly common gypsum board ceiling. It's fat looking. You see, this is gypsum board ceiling. The metal aluminium strip ceiling. Now it's mostly usually in lavatory or kitchen. It's fireproof. This is a 2 by 2 feet exposed grid ceiling, but the panel is drop down. We call it drop down kind of panel. Rebate panel like this. Rebate is drop down. This is flush. This is flush installed, but this is drop down with the grid in recess. And light boxes. That's kind of light reflector. This is a pink light box. Now they use LED lighting with the light box. Partition. Nowadays we mostly gypsum board. You use gypsum board partition. Steel stud metal stud. Actually, we got two kind of gypsum board partition. You see, this is two kind. This one, which the concrete ceiling, but this one, which only the false ceiling, is different. Because if you when a flat, the false ceiling come with the flat already, so you install your partition under the false ceiling. But if you make the false ceiling yourself, you can erect the partition all the way through the ceiling and reach the concrete ceiling like this. So this two different construction. You see the ceiling pumped to the gypsum board partition here, right here. So it's a different design. Well, this is the gypsum board partition cover the column. Because sometimes you can pump in the column, but the concrete column is not vertical, so you better cover the concrete column. So the surface will be vertical. Plywood, nowadays we seldom use plywood for the partition because of fireproofing. Aluminum extrusion with glass panel like here. It's dismantleable. You see, it can be reused. This photo shows the conduit. The electrical conduit go through the gypsum board partition. Operable partition. This is the operable partition. You can open it. You see there's a track here. You can open it and divide the room into two. It's an operable partition. Here it's in stack. Electronic automized glass. This is electronic automized glass. This one is transparent. And you switch it, then it becomes opaque like this. It's switchable. You see here. Transparent and opaque. And the fireproof glass door. Hong Kong now require fireproof glass entrance door. Here, like this one. This is fireproof entrance door. Okay, the flooring. This is the common vinyl tiles flooring. This is the bubble texture. It's a floor map. I count the floor map. It's a big floor map. Wood grain vinyl tiles. This is wood grain tiles. It needs the floor to be very flat indeed. So you can level it. So ensure that the floor is perfect level by the measure. Carpet, wool, acrylic, nylon. Carpet is given in wool, acrylic, and nylon. It bears in wool, but wool is expensive. Acrylic is called a man-made wool. And nylon is very tough, but the feeling is not good. So mostly it's acrylic now. It's tough, not expensive. Carpet tiles. This is carpet tiles. You see, you can make it in different pattern. You see, this two kind of carpet tiles. You can make a pattern. Raised flooring. This is the raised flooring. The surface can go under the raised flooring. You see. Now this is the concrete floor. This is the raised flooring, and go up to the raised floor. Self-leveling flooring. This is self-leveling. It's kind of chemical flooring. You see here. Different flooring joints. For different flooring, the joints is take care of the joints. We use a metal divider, a stainless steel divider on the joints, and you take care about the level because different flooring got different thickness, and the level is different. So you may level the screeding first. The cement sand screeding, you make a level. For this photo, we show that the floor is actually not very level. You see, it falls down in this direction. This is the door. You see this gap, so that the flooring is not level. That the gap is not even. Okay, furniture. Now we use system furniture. You see, system furniture is come in a suite, in a whole system of furniture. You see. Filing cabinet, table, integrated, or maybe the sitting. It comes on the whole set, one whole style, one system. Now this is compactors. We also call it the pushing filing cabinet. You travel on the track. Many people know it already. It's called the compactors. You're traveling on the track. This kind of is like a restaurant booth sitting. It's only a kind of fashion. Maybe disappear in the future. It's only a kind of fashionable furniture. This is the cubicle, the heavy kind of cubicle. You see that desk is integrated with the cubicle wall and the sockets. The electrical cable integrate with the cubicle. It's now obsolete now because difficult to install and to remove. It's also expensive. This is simple kind of cubicle is not popular because economic and easy to install. Air conditioning, the office air conditioning. You see this is the fan coil unit. You see this is the fan coil unit, the air outlet. This air return goes all the way, and then the cool air emit here. In the office like this, the air goes in and comes out here. The good point is that it can be controlled independently. So each fan coil unit can be controlled independently. So VAV, variable air volume, is a different kind of air system. It's different from the fan coil unit. You see the air that goes here. The air goes here and discharge on the slot here. It's called the air boot. Discharge here, the cool air. For this linear diffuser, you see some kind we see the air that goes this way. And the cool air discharge only here. So it's not comfortable because for this diffuser, there's low cool air. They only discharge out right here. So the guy is underneath the cool air blow constantly on his head. So not comfortable. You see, it should be air boot like this. So you ensure that the cool air comes out all along the diffuser, not just at a particular point. You see, this fan coil unit, this is the cool water. You see, the cool water, this is a cool water pipe. We got a chilling water pipe. It goes in, it goes out. Two pipes. One goes in and one goes out. Circulation, the cool water. Okay, the electrical. So many people may be familiar with this. That is the wall socket. You see, the wall socket and the telephone or Wi-Fi or LAN outlet. Yeah, you see, nowadays we don't have a telephone outlet. You use LAN. This IP phone we call it. You use LAN port. We don't have any telephone jack. Actually, we don't use LAN port for the IP phone. You see, this is LAN port. This is the socket. This is for a raised floor, a socket box. For the raised floor, this is the LAN port, and this is the socket. For the four socket, we use this kind of socket box. This we have to trace the floor for the conduit to use this kind of socket, 4 socket. So during construction, it will be very noisy because we trace the floor. It's a 4 socket. For this, it's the right way of installation of the socket because it install the furniture. It's not permanent. But this is only maybe a temporary or a good way of install a socket. It should be installed permanently on the floor. You see, we have all kind of socket and switch. This is the switch, light switch actually. This is the socket. This is for maybe for the TV outlet. Okay, this will end our lesson, our brief lesson on the design construction of the interior of an office. Thank you for watching. See you again. Goodbye.